Hello everyone, I'm Umi Hani and welcome back to the second part of the Art of Presentation series. So before I can start sharing the tips for today, I thought why not share my own personal life story to begin with in this video. I really hope that my personal life story is going to inspire and motivate a lot of people who would like to start their public speaking journey. Like I said in my previous video, yes, I started my public speaking journey when I was in college. That's almost a decade now. And I still remember that day. There was an event in college and I was in the first year of my degree program when one of my faculties came running up to me and said just 1 hour before the event could start, "Honey, you know what, there's a last minute goof up which has happened and we do not have a host. Can you please host today's event?" And I was like, "What? You want me to host? Are you kidding me?" But honestly, I was also very scared. I was, terrified with this request because I had left public speaking almost 5 years back in school. Yes, I used to participate in a lot of elocutions and debates when I was in school, but you know what? I never used to win in any of the events. And this fear of failure was actually pulling my confidence down. So I quit public speaking, thinking that public speaking was not meant for me. And today I was standing in a position where one of our favorite teachers, most humble person that we've ever met, comes up to me and says, "Honey, please host this event. It's a request." And I didn't know how to say no. And I was just forced to say yes to my faculty. And you know what? I think it's a great thing that I did by saying yes. Because had I not said a yes that day, then I would have never ever realized what potential I carry. Because you will not believe me, that day I rocked on the stage. And every single person who attended the event came up to me and said, "Honey, you know what? You were just amazing on the stage. How did you even manage to host this event?" Because a lot of people did know that I just had 1 hour of notice to prepare for the entire script, to practice and then deliver it on the stage. And it was amazing for me as a person because, like I said, I was highly demotivated and low in confidence. But you know what the biggest question that remains even today is, how did a person with zero amount of experience manage to host an event as big as that with just 1 hour of notice? It's a big question. But you know what? I just want to make a little bit of correction here. It's not zero amount of experience. It's a lot of experience that was built over years of failure. Every time I failed on the stage, I was actually building my experience on public speaking. So I just want to tell all the people out there who think that you are a failure on stage, no, you're not a failure on stage. Every failure of yours is actually building a lot of experience for you so that you can go and rock on the stage just like the way I did. So if you think you're a person who is very low in confidence, just take that first move just like the way I did. If I would have not taken that move, then I would have not realized how good I am as an orator. So I really want you to take that first move because it is only you who can take that first move and not anyone else in the world. So first of all, let us have a quick revision of part 1 from public speaking series, which is on things to do before the event or the speech. I'm also going to repeat all the points in Hindi for all my viewers who are more comfortable in Hindi. Because public speaking is not just for people who are more comfortable in English, but it is for people who are comfortable in any language. So the first step is take the first move. अगर आपको पब्लिक स्पीकिंग में अपनी जगह बनानी है तो आपको अपने डर को पीछे छोड़ना पड़ेगा और आपको अपना पहला कदम पब्लिक स्पीकिंग की तरफ बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. So the second step is know the audience well to write a good speech. अगर आपको एक अच्छा लेख या स्पीच लिखना है तो अपनी ऑडियंस को जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. The third step is memorize the script by heart. स्क्रिप्ट को ध्यान से पढ़ें ताकि वो आपके दिमाग में अच्छी तरीके से बैठ जाए. The fourth point is to practice in front of the mirror. आईने के सामने प्रैक्टिस करिएगा. ऐसे करने से आपको अपनी गलतियों का एहसास होगा. The fifth point is ask people to observe your mock speech. अपने दोस्तों और रिश्तेदारों को बोलिए कि वो आपको प्रैक्टिस करते समय देखें और आपको आपकी गलतियों के बारे में बताएं. The sixth point is to record your speech and review it later. अपनी स्पीच या लेख का रिकॉर्डिंग करिए और इस रिकॉर्डिंग को अपनी गलतियां पहचानने के लिए इस्तेमाल करें. Seventh point is test all the equipments before you start. इवेंट स्टार्ट होने से पहले सारे इक्विपमेंट्स को एक बार ध्यान से टेस्ट करिएगा. ऐसा करने से आपको इवेंट के समय कोई परेशानी नहीं होगी. The eighth point is if you get the opportunity, then practice at least once on the stage. अगर आपको मौका मिलता है तो इवेंट स्टार्ट होने से पहले एक बार स्टेज पर जाकर प्रैक्टिस ज़रूर करिएगा. ऐसा करने से आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ेगा. The ninth point is try some quick breathing exercises before the speech. इवेंट शुरू होने से पहले ऐसे एक्सरसाइजेस करें जो आपके दोनों दिल और दिमाग को शांत कर पाए. The final tip is keep it simple. आप जो भी करें हर चीज़ को सिंपल रखिएगा, चाहे वो आपका इंट्रोडक्शन हो, प्रेजेंटेशन हो, वीडियो हो या कोई प्रॉप हो. So let us start with the tips for today. Now the first tip that I would like to share with all of you is whatever presentation you're going to present in front of the audience, just ensure that the presentation is short and simple. Do not drag or pull anything, whether it is your introduction or the content, because the more you beat around the bush, the more your audience is going to get restless. The second tip is to have a very, very powerful introduction. The introduction matters a lot because this is the time when the audience is going to decide whether they want to listen to you or they do not want to listen to you. So the third tip is to dress authoritatively. So when it comes to clothing, clothes plays a very, very important role in gauging the attention of the audience. So our clothes should be actually diverting the attention of the audience towards our speech and not pulling the attention of the audience towards themselves. So what I mean to say is that our clothes should not be very flashy or decorative. Instead, it should be simple yet attractive and authoritative. So if you see, clothes in itself is a massive topic, and I'm going to come up with a series called as the Power of Clothes, wherein I'm going to discuss this particular topic in a lot more details in the upcoming videos. The fourth tip is to show confidence, enthusiasm and authority in your delivery style. Your body language plays a major role when you are up on the stage. You can stand with your feet a little bit apart. Your hands can either be like this or they can just be free with a little bit of hand gestures, but not a lot of hand gestures, as this is going to divert the attention of the audience towards your hands and not on your speech. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is one of the biggest mistake that a lot of us do when we are up on the stage. We tend to look at the people sitting in the front row and not at all the people around at the back, or we just look at a spot that we are very comfortable in looking at. Now, as a speaker, you need to ensure that you cover a lot of people sitting in the audience, because if you're going to do this, this will help the audience feel that they are recognized, because as speakers, we need to ensure that we are talking with the audience and at the same time, we're also engaging them in our speech. So the sixth tip is to maintain an appropriate pace. So a lot of times when we are really nervous, we start talking really fast and the audience may not be able to understand. And sometimes what happens is that we talk so slowly that the audience will just go off to sleep. So as a speaker, you need to maintain an appropriate pace, because there's also one thing that you need to keep in mind, that a lot of people come from different cultural backgrounds. So for some of them, it's going to be really difficult to catch hold of your words. No matter how powerful your speech is, it is not going to be effective if the audience is not going to understand your words. The seventh tip is to try and use humor wherever possible, because this is going to help your audience stay awake. The eighth thing to keep in mind is use words or body language which has a very neutral meaning. Do not use words or body language which will hurt the sentiment of the people sitting in the audience. So what I mean to say is that there is a lot of body languages or words which has a good meaning in a particular culture, but it may have a different meaning in another culture. And as a speaker, you need to keep in mind all the cultural differences of your audience. So body language is a very, very tricky thing, but it's a very important thing that you need to keep in mind as a speaker. Now, this is a vast topic again, and I will be coming up with videos in the future wherein we are going to discuss about this particular topic in a lot more details. So the ninth tip is to inform the audience about the question and answer session beforehand. If you are comfortable in taking questions during the speech, then go ahead and do it. But do this only if you are confident. Otherwise, taking questions in between your speech is going to pull your confidence down. So if you're not very comfortable, then just take the questions towards the end, because this is going to help you maintain your pace and continuity. So my last tip is especially for the people who have stage fear. Please understand that not a lot of people sitting in the audience are sitting there to pull your confidence down. There are a lot of people sitting out there who would want to listen to you. And sometimes you get to know this through their body language. So I would suggest you to start looking at those people who show interest towards your speech, and do not look at those people who are just making faces or yawning all the time. See, please understand that no matter where you go, there is always going to be these people who will criticize you, and you will never ever be able to achieve or taste success till the time you do not face criticism. So since we're talking about public speaking, I thought that let me just give you an example of one of my favorite motivational speaker, and that is Simon Sinek. So Simon Sinek is one of the most watched TED Talk speakers. And you know what? This guy is naturally a very, very shy person. So if you are a person who is an introvert and is naturally very shy, then believe me, you do not have to be an extrovert to be a great orator. All you need to do is just trust yourself when you are up standing on the stage. So I want to close this entire series of public speaking by quoting a statement which was said by Simon Sinek on public speaking. He says that show up to give and not to take, which means that a lot of speakers, they go up on the stage and during their presentations, they promote themselves, their products and their services. And the audience is very, very intelligent to identify such kind of people. Such kind of people are called as takers. Instead, he suggests that we should be a speaker who goes up on the stage to add value into people's life, to teach them something new and to inspire them. Such kind of people are called as givers. He says the day when all of us become givers, that is the day when we do not have to promote ourselves. People will automatically start following us because of the change that we have got in their life. Such a powerful thought, isn't it? Alright, so I really hope that my videos on public speaking is going to help you become a great orator. But just in case if you see that you are still facing challenges standing up on the stage or facing the audience, or your confidence is not coming up, then I would suggest you to join public speaking clubs. I have recommended a few names for you guys in the description box. Please refer to that. I'm repeating myself again. I'm not here to promote any clubs or organizations. I am just here to help those people who want to help themselves.
So let us quickly go through all the points that we've discussed in today's video. The first point is ensure the presentation is short and simple. अपने presentation को छोटा और simple बनाइए. The second point is have a powerful introduction. आपका परिचय बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए क्योंकि इससे ऑडियंस फैसला करेगी कि वो आपको सुनना चाहती है या नहीं. The third point is dress authoritatively. आपके कपड़ों में अधिकार और अथॉरिटी दिखाई देनी चाहिए. The fourth point is portray confidence, enthusiasm and authority in your delivery style. आपके बात करने के तरीके में आत्मविश्वास, उत्साह और अधिकार दिखाई देना चाहिए. The fifth point is make eye contact with as many people as you can. आप जितने लोगों के साथ आंख मिला सकते हैं उतने लोगों के साथ आंख मिलाने की कोशिश करिएगा. The sixth point is maintain an appropriate pace. ज़्यादा जल्दबाजी के साथ या बहुत धीरे से बात मत करिए. आराम से बात करिए ऐसे तरीके से जो ऑडियंस को समझ आए. Seventh point is to try and use humor wherever possible. अगर आप अपने लेख से ऑडियंस को बीच बीच में हंसा सकते हैं तो इससे बेहतर और कुछ नहीं हो सकता. The eighth point is to keep in mind the cultural differences. जब आप स्टेज पर होते हैं तो सबकी संस्कृति दिमाग में रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है. The ninth point is to inform the audience about the question and answer session beforehand. ऑडियंस को पहले ही सवाल और जवाब के बारे में बता दीजिए. ऐसा करने से आपको अपना लेख सुनाने में आसानी होगी. The last point is to look at people in the audience who pull your confidence up. ऑडियंस में से ऐसे लोगों को देखिए जो आपका आत्मविश्वास बढ़ा रहे हैं.
Alright, so if you like my series on public speaking, then subscribe to the channel right now and do not forget to press the bell icon while subscribing. Also, do share my video with your friends and family so that they can also build their confidence and their public speaking skills. I promise to come up with more informative videos in the future, but if there is any topic that you would want me to address, then just list it out in the comment box and I would love to address it. Just like the way I have shared my story on public speaking, I would love to hear your story as well. Do not hesitate to share your story on public speaking in the comment section below. And also, I want you to practice all the tips that I have shared on public speaking till the time I come back with my next video. All the very best. Take care, stay safe, and happy learning.